this is for all of my small content creators who want to make something of themselves. Whether if you want to be a successful content creator, an influencer, a UGC creator, anything in between, then this video is for you, because today I'm giving you an exact blueprint, a strategy, a plan on how you can be successful in the year of 2025 as a content creator. I'm really excited about today's video because I can talk about strategy and planning for social media all day, every single day, because this is how I helped more than 500 plus creators and businesses get better at content creation and get better at finding a feel-good social media strategy that is sustainable for them. Now, before we get into the first step of our content creation / strategy plan for 2025, be sure you like this video and please subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, because if you're not subscribed, you might as well. So the first thing we're going to talk about is defining what success looks like for you as a content creator or influencer. It is different for everyone, and it's really important to determine if you want this to be your sole priority career, like if this is something that's going to take over your 9 to 5, if this is something that's going to be your mainstream of income, or if this is going to be more of like, you have your 9 to 5, you love your 9 to 5, but you also want to be a content creator on the side and you want that to be an additional stream of income, or if you want this to be like a hobby, if you want to grow a community, if you want to just be someone who's known, but you don't necessarily want to make money from it. Maybe you do, but it's not a priority on your list, then you need to determine that beforehand. Allow this to be the foundation of you being a content creator, or allow this to be kind of like your why. Give yourself a reason to move forward, or give yourself something to kind of chase after, if that makes sense. Not really chase, because we're going to get there. You're not going to be chasing it. You're going to get there, but give yourself something to strive for. Give yourself something to look forward to as a content creator in the next year. And actually, if you see this as a career, if you see this as an additional stream of income, then it's not just going to be the next year that you're looking forward to being a content creator. It's going to be the next 5 years, 10 years, the rest of your life, perhaps. So make sure you determine what success looks like for you. So I'll give you a few examples, and maybe one of these will hit for you. So maybe you want to be a full-time content creator because you want to build an established, sustainable business with employees under you. So maybe you want to, I don't know, maybe you're a fitness brand and you want to build up your content, you want to gain a following, and then you want to sell workout programs, you want to sell diet plans, you want to sell one-on-one coaching, and then you want to have employees under you who streamline the process of helping you create content and helping you get more leads, helping you get more clients, more customers, or maybe you want to build a brand around that. So maybe you actually want gym clothing, or maybe you want gym products or at-home products for people who don't want to work out at the gym, they want to work out at home. So maybe you want to build on top of that. Instead of just being a content creator, you want to build an actual, I don't know, like a brick and mortar business, or an actual service-based business, or a product-based business from your content creation. So figure out what your goal is and define what success looks like for you when it comes to being a content creator or an influencer. Maybe another example is maybe you don't want to build a brick and mortar on top of it, or a service-based business, or a product-based business on top of it. Maybe you just want to make money off of affiliate marketing, and you want to work with brands, and you want tons of brand deals, you want to work with other creators. So maybe it's not, the goal in mind isn't to actually sell things, it's to recommend things and work with other people. You want to collaborate, you want to build community. So that could look different from you. Maybe that is what you determine as successful as a content creator or influencer. So collaboration, building community, recommending products that you actually genuinely love, and getting money from, or earning money from, affiliate marketing. And then maybe another goal for you, or maybe what looks like success for you, is you just being happy and really enjoying the hobby of being a content creator. Maybe you make money here and there. That's a plus, but it's not necessarily the drive. It's not your priority. You just want to have fun as a content creator, and you want to build a community and have people to engage with and talk about this specific niche that you're in that you love so much. And you and your community can talk about it all day, every day. It's just, just something that you have as a side thing. So determine what being a successful content creator looks like for you. And I want you to write it down somewhere so you can look back on it through the rest of the year and just see why you started this in the first place. So now that you've defined what success looks like for you as an influencer or a content creator, we're going to go into the next part of our workbook or this video, and that is going to be choosing your theme and content pillars. Now, I feel like when people talk about niching down, they get discouraged from it because they're multi-passionate people, and that is completely normal. It's very common because we're only human and we love multiple things in the world. Now think of it as a portion of your life. Your channel or the content you're creating is just a portion of your life. It's not your entire life. It's just one part of your life that you love. Now, for example, let's say you follow a fitness account. This person is posting only their fitness part of their life. Maybe if they're huge enough, they're talking about the rest of their life, but there are probably some parts of their lives that they keep private, some part of their lives that they don't share because it doesn't match with the theme of their brand, but they share anything that has to do with what they eat, anything that has to do with how they work out, anything that has to do with physical fitness and activities, because that matches with their theme. So it's really important for you to choose a theme of your channel or a theme of your social media accounts, and also choosing content pillars that match with that theme. So for me, my theme is content creation for beginners. Now, the content pillars that I work with is content creation with your phone, because beginner friendly is equivalent to having just a phone and not having to get a $2,000 camera, video editing with a free software called CapCut, which I absolutely love, and YouTube or social media strategy, because as a beginner, you might not always have direction and you might not know what to do. So strategy comes into play when it comes to helping new or beginning level content creators. So those are my content pillars. Now, you want to take your theme and you want to create 3 content pillars that go under your theme. So it's either something that you are passionate about or something that you are skillful in. So I would choose one of those things and start creating content on that, and that'll be your theme. So basically, when choosing your theme, what do you want to be known for? Now, when you're choosing your content pillars, who are your videos for and what do they like to watch? So that is a huge part that plays into your niche or your theme. What your people want to see is going to be the content pillars that you create. So for me, my specific audience are new or small content creators. And typically newer content creators will need some guidance. That's where strategy comes in. They want to learn how to create captivating or quality videos, but they don't have an expensive camera yet. So that's where beginner phone friendly content comes from. And then they probably don't know how to edit yet. They didn't get education on it. They're still trying to learn. And that's where video editing comes in using CapCut. So when you're choosing your pillars, think of your audience, what they want to watch, and what you know that they will definitely want to see when it comes to you posting on your channel. Okay, so quick recap. We defined what success looks like for us as a content creator or influencer, and now we have picked our theme and 3 content pillars. So now we're gonna go ahead and choose our main platform. Yes, you can post on all 3 major platforms, TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, but I recommend to have one main platform and then use the content on that platform to cross-post or repurpose onto the other social media platforms. So if your main platform is going to be YouTube, you're going to have YouTube and Shorts, and then you're going to use those Shorts to repurpose or to repost onto TikTok and Instagram. And you can also use the content ideas that you create for YouTube in the long-form videos. You can also use those ideas and repurpose and recreate Shorts and post it onto Instagram and TikTok. When choosing your main platform, there's a few things to keep in mind, and we're going to break down each one and how it's going to benefit each person depending on how they want to be as content creators. So for YouTube is a little slower paced because you're only posting one long form video every single week. So it's not as quick to script and quick to film and quick to edit and post. It's just one long form video a week, maybe a few shorts. Now with YouTube, the content is long. It's long form. You can create content that's long-winded. So you can go into explanations. You can show things like tutorials. You can show things like step-by-steps. You can give long-winded tips instead of having to clip things up and go super fast in your scripts or in your dialogue and trying to get things out in a shorter amount of time. YouTube allows you to actually elaborate on things. It allows you to show things in detail, step by step, frame by frame, and it allows you to pretty much paint a whole picture picture when you're storytelling. So when it comes to long form video, if you don't have as much time in your day, but you want to explain a little bit more with minimal editing, then I highly recommend YouTube. YouTube is going to be evergreen content, so whatever you post is going to be there forever, and it's going to be searchable. So if you have how to bake the best cake in the world and you posted that like 5 years ago, or maybe you posted today, maybe 5 years from now, people will still be watching it because the keyword phrase that they're looking for is how to bake the best cake in the world. And YouTube is extremely SEO friendly, extremely searchable, and you can use it to find things that are super old and find things that are upcoming and new. So if you are someone who likes to elaborate and explain things or show tutorials and really get into detail, then YouTube might be the platform for you. And Instagram is medium paced, and you grow a very strong community on Instagram. At least that's what I've noticed. You do on YouTube as well, but with Instagram, you have direct access to your followers and you're able to communicate with people a lot better on there, which is why I find Instagram to be very, very useful for community and engagement. So if you're someone who wants to post photos and you want to post videos and you want to post your day-to-day life with the same community on one platform, then Instagram might be the platform for you. Now, TikTok is extremely fast-paced. Things go by super fast, which is why people gain followers very quickly. It's because people are going, and if they like content, they'll follow. On TikTok, I do notice that it's a little harder to build up your community because things are moving so fast and you're just in competition with a lot of other similar content that's moving really fast as well. There's not really a space for you to build your community. DMing people is not as exciting as Instagram. Commenting on posts is, you can build conversation within the posts, but I still feel as if when you post on TikTok, you're still a stranger. And as opposed to Instagram, where you're building up your community and you're getting engagement from people who recognize you and know you. And then YouTube, people recognize you, they know you as well. And when it comes to TikTok, it just feels like you're still a stranger, even if you've gained a bunch of followers. So it depends on if you're okay with that, but it might be easier for you to grow a following. It's going to be easier for you to experiment with different types of content because you can post content out really, really fast. And the algorithm for TikTok is based off of individual posts and not your entire account, if that makes sense. TikTok is good for FaceTime-like content. It's good for trends. It's good for reviews, like reviewing products and stuff like that. It's good for making money off of TikTok Shop. Good for entertainment, good for relatable content, and it's really good for search engine friendly content as well. So if you post, like my example earlier, how to bake the best cake in the world, you can post that on TikTok, and if somebody searches that, they might be able to find your video and rewatch that video whenever they need to if they want to bake the best cake in the world. So if you are okay with the fast pace of it, but you want your content to be looked at multiple times, or if you want your content to be searchable, then TikTok might be the place for you. Plus, you can experiment with different types of content and see what lands best for your followers or your algorithm and stuff like that. So now you're going to go ahead and choose your platform right now before you move on to the next step. So once you choose your platform, depending on your platform, you can skip to the part of this video where we go over your strategy plan for 2025. If you chose YouTube as your main platform, this is what you're going to be doing for your strategy in 2025. So you're only going to be treating this in 3 months at a time. So basically you're treating this in seasons. You're going to have January, February, March, then you're going to do content refresh, and then you're going to do the next 3 months, content refresh, next 3 months, content refresh, and then next 3 months. So what you're going to do is you're going to choose a theme for each month. And you're going to create a series based on your theme. So for example, let's say you are trying to be a fitness influencer. You're going to plan out January, February, and March content. And let's say the theme for January are home workouts, the theme for February are macro-friendly meals, and then the theme for March are gym machine workouts. And so what you're going to do is you're going to create basically a several part series for each theme. So January, if it's home workouts, you're going to create, I think January has 4 weeks. Yeah, 4 weeks. You're going to, 4 weeks, 4 or 5. And I'm talking about like Fridays. Let's say you're posting on Fridays. Anyways, we're just going to stick with like 4 weeks. So let's say January, home workouts is your theme. Then you're going to create a 4-part series on different home workouts that your audience can do. So maybe the first week, you're going to be focused on arm home workouts. The second week are glute home workouts. The third week are ab or slash core home workouts, and then the last one is going to be back home workouts. And then all you have to do is batch create that content. So you're going to take one day out of the entire month to record all of these videos, and then you're going to take 1 to 2 days in the whole entire month to edit all these videos, and then you're going to schedule them out. So that would be for January. Then for February, if you're doing macro friendly meals, then you're going to create a 4-part series on different meals that people can eat that are macro friendly. And then for March, you're going to do a 4-part series on gym machine workouts that people can do. So hopefully you understand what I'm saying, but each month you're going to have a theme, and then you're basically going to create a 4-part series, 4 different episode series on that specific theme, so that one, your audience has something to look forward to each week that you post. So they know, okay, so let's say your name is Brittany. Brittany has a home workout that's coming out on Friday, and every single Friday for January. So I can't wait to see this one. Can't wait to see the next one. Oh, this ab core workout was so good. I can't wait to see next week's. Ooh, legs, perfect. Okay, I can't wait to see the last week's. Ooh, back, perfect. So they have something to look forward to. Plus, on top of that, it's easier for you to create content. Now you don't have to spend hours online researching on different video ideas and different things that you can do to keep your audience engaged. You can keep them engaged by having a signature series or a series for the month, and then having them look forward to the next video that's going to come out. Now, another example is going to be a cooking channel. Let's say for January, the theme is cold, weather-friendly home cooked meals. February is desserts to go off of the Valentine's Day theme, or, you know, the love month. And then March can be spring-inspired meals. So the entire month of February, it's going to be desserts that are Valentine's Day themed. And your audience is looking forward to seeing each dessert that you bake. And each week it's a different dessert. So maybe the first week is cupcakes. The second week is like banana bread or something. I don't know. The third week is like chocolate covered strawberries, but like fancy style. And then the fourth week is going to be like, I don't know, like that chocolate, the heart chocolate that you have to smash, the smashable heart chocolate. It could be that. So hopefully you get my point here. But from there, you're going to brainstorm 15 ideas based off of your themes. So you're going to get 10 ideas from research. So you're going to research different channels, see what people are publishing, and then you can add that to your idea list. And then you're going to get 5 from what you want to do. So 10 ideas based off of research, and then 5 ideas based off of what you want to do. So now you're going to break these ideas up into 3 or more for short form content. So once you have all your ideas out, you're going to write it out for each week. What's the theme of each week of January, February, and March? And then you're going to basically write out 3 more ideas from that big idea, and you're going to create shorts from it. So if it's like, for example, if we're sticking with baking and you're doing like Valentine's Day cupcakes, you can create 3 shorts based off of that. So how to get the perfect icing, how to get the perfect cupcake consistency, and maybe a bake with me really fast short. So you can create 3 more ideas from one large idea, and then you have a month's worth of content, or actually a quarter's worth of content to go off of. Then from there, you can cross-post it to Instagram and TikTok just so you have a presence on the other platforms, but you don't have to. It's not a necessity. But if you want to eventually be on Instagram, or if you want to eventually be on TikTok, then you can cross-post onto there as well. If you chose Instagram as your main platform, then this is going to be your strategy for the year of 2025. So you're only going to be doing this in 3 months worth of content, and you're going to treat this in seasons. So every 3 months, you're going to repeat this method. And about a month before the new season begins, that's when you'll come back and then you'll plan things out again. So there's 2 different methods that you can do. So you're going to try one method this season, and then you can switch it to the other method the next season, or you can keep going as is. So if you like the first method, then keep going with that method. But if you want to change things up, then you're going to go with the second method during quarter 2. So we're treating this in 3 months at a time: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So method number 1, what you're going to do is you're going to use your content pillars as your theme for your content. So what I would recommend to do is post 3 times a week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It doesn't matter what time. I would say in between like 12 to 4 p.m. It depends on your audience and when they're most active, but to start, I would say between that time frame. And what you're going to do is Monday is going to be your content pillar 1. Wednesday is going to be content pillar 2, and Friday is going to be content pillar 3. So remember, you already chose your content pillars, and now you know where you're going to be posting on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So what you're going to do from here is you're going to brainstorm 15 ideas based off of your competitors' high performing content. And the best way to do this is by going to similar creators' accounts, going to their Reels tab, and then seeing what content of theirs abnormally got a lot of views. Now, there's different factors that go into why they got a lot of views. It could be because they had a call to action that said to comment this word and then I'll send you the link, blah, blah, blah. Or it could be people genuinely really liked that video, so they watched it all the way through. So that increased their retention, that increased the amount of views they got, and Instagram pushed it to other people for them to watch. So you're going to go onto your competitor's page or similar creators' pages, and then you're going to look at their reels and see what outperformed their other reels. So maybe typically they get 100,000 views, but one of them got 1 million, or one of them got 500,000 views. You know that performed well. So what you're going to do is you're going to not copy, but you're going to take inspiration from that post. So what is the caption? What does the title on screen say? What does their video look like? You can create similar videos, do a different video, and then maybe you can change up like what the text says. Definitely create your own caption, but take their high performing videos and then get inspiration from it, and then create your own content schedule from there. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're gonna do all the way from January, February to March, and then you can batch create from there. You're gonna take those ideas, schedule it into your calendar, and then you're gonna start scripting them all. Once you scripted them all, you're gonna take 1 to 2 days out of the entire month to film everything, and then you're gonna take another 1 to 2 days out in the entire month to edit everything to completion. And then you'll take another day in the entire month to write captions for everything. So then you have content for 3 months and you don't have to do anything else for the rest of the season. So that is method number 1. Now for method number 2, you can try this out during April, May, June, or you can stay with method number 1. It's up to you. But what you're going to do is choose a theme for each month. You're going to have 3 themes because we're only working this in 3 months at a time. And then you're going to host signature series per month. So for example, if your niche is beauty, January can be about skincare, and what you're going to do is post 3 times a week as normal, and it's going to be you're going to name it like 30 days, or since you're posting 3 times a week, that's 12 posts a month. You can call it like 12 days of skincare tips. And then so your first video is going to be tip 1 out of 12 skincare tips. Then you're going to say the tip. Day 2 of 12 skincare tips. You're going to give your tip. So your viewers know that they're watching a series and they can look forward to the next post. So you're going to have 12 tips for the entire month, and they're going to be looking forward to you giving that tip. And you have to make sure these are quality tips, like maybe tips that people have never said before, or you're able to show like a before and after to show that you know what you're talking about and you're able to prove that you give people, or you have the results, or you're able to help people actually achieve those results. And so maybe that is for your month of January. Then for February, maybe you're going to be talking about hair, giving 12 tips on styling hair. And then maybe March is going to be about like spring outfits, and you're going to post 12 different outfits for spring that people can wear. So that's method number 2, basically choosing a series for each month and then creating like you want to make it clear that they are following a journey or following a certain amount of tips. So they have something to look forward to. It's easier for you to bulk create this content, and also it's easier for you to just come up with ideas for the month or have an entire month's worth of content ready to go. And once the season is done, you're going to go ahead and revisit. You're going to brainstorm another 3 months worth of content, and it's just basically a rinse and repeat. If you chose TikTok as your main platform, this is your strategy for the year of 2025. You're only going to be doing 3 months worth of content. We're going to be treating this in seasons. After 3 months, you're going to go ahead, revisit, brainstorm again, and then you're going to repeat the process. But that's so you can keep your content as fresh as possible. And if there's anything that you need to stay up to date with, you're able to do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to treat each month as a series. And the reason why you want to do this is because it's going to be easy for you to create content and come up with ideas. It's going to be easy for your followers to look forward to something that you're going to post. And it's going to be a little bit easier for you to grow because people are following your journey, or they want to follow your journey for their own benefit. So what you're going to do is you're going to post 3 times a week minimum and make sure they are quality posts. And what you're going to do is you want to make it clear that they're following a series. Now, this doesn't exempt you from in between content. So if you want to post content on the fly, then you can do that. But this does not include like 3 posts a week that are quality content. So planned out, or you have an outline, you have an entire plan for that one specific video. You film it, you pre-record it, you edit it, and then you have it scheduled. So you're going to do that. And you're going to have 3 posts a week where you've planned everything out. And then in between, you can post whatever you want. And what you want to do is you're going to try different lengths of captions. You're going to try different amounts of hashtags. And then you're also going to be engaging with other accounts as well. So TikTok, since it's so fast, I never have like a solid strategy. It's just how many posts a week and what are the posts about. You want to make sure that it's following according to your theme and your content pillars. And you want to be sure that you're putting out quality content so that people know that you do deliver quality content. And in between, you can make videos responding to comments or reviewing products or doing like FaceTime feel type of content. That's something that can be on top of the quality content you already post, but you want to be sure that you have 3 videos a week that you have pre-planned, pre-recorded, bulk created, and scheduled out. When it comes to themes, maybe you are a fitness brand and maybe you're going to do, in January, you're going to do like 30 days of 10K steps. So that's a series that somebody can follow. And what they're following is if there's a difference in your physique, or if you're losing weight, or if you're getting the results that your viewer wants to see. Because maybe they're questioning if they want to do 10Ks a day, but is it worth it? So they're watching you to see if it is worth it. And then by following along your journey, they're able to determine if that's something that's for them or not. Then maybe February, it could be 30 days of jump roping. And then March, maybe it's 30 days of, Stairmaster or something like that. So give your audience something to look forward to, or give your audience a journey that they can follow along with, that you know they would want to somewhat benefit from. Like, they want to see your results. So how would that benefit them? They're going to see if it works or not. So they're going to follow along, watch your journey, and then decide if they want to do that on their own or not. So that's going to be your strategy. Now, this is for everyone. You're going to batch create your content. And I know I already mentioned this in every section, but you're going to batch create content. What you're going to do is you're going to decide, or you're going to sit down and you're going to script out all of your videos in one sitting. And I'm talking about all 3 months worth of videos. Now, this could take 1 day, it could take 2 days, just depends on like how much energy you have towards it. But you want to script out all of your videos at once. Then the next step is going to be make a shot list for A-roll and B-roll and film everything all at once. The step after that is you're going to edit everything all at once if you want to make more space and time to do other things, or you're going to edit them week by week, maybe bi-weekly or monthly. But I recommend to just, have a week of editing everything, just so that you have a lot more time to do other things, like engage with your audience, or if you just want a break for 2.5 months from content, then you can do that. So I find that batch creating everything in steps is extremely helpful. Then what you're going to do is you're going to choose a day or a week to create your captions and all of your descriptions all at once. And then lastly, you're going to schedule everything all at once. So everything is done. You have 3 months worth of content scheduled, ready to go. You don't even have to do research for the next 3 months because you've already done your research. You already created your content. And then when the 3 months are over, you do a content refresh and you do the same thing over again. So batch creating your content is going to save you tons of time. You get so much time back to do other things, like if you want to create digital products or services, or if you want to get into adding other things to your business as a creatorpreneur, or outreach for potential brand deals, stuff like that. So now, what did good and what did bad? The most important part about this process is that you are reviewing your analytics. And the reason why you want to review your analytics is because you want to see what engaged with your audience and what didn't. What did they like, what they did not like. Now, there are 2 certain metrics that I look at, and that's CTR and AVD. CTR is click-through rate, and that's basically how many times your video has popped up on someone's feed versus how many times somebody actually clicked on it to watch it. And then your AVD is average view duration. That is the average of how long everyone as a collective has watched your videos. So this is an average time, or the average of how long your video has been watched. And so the reason why these are important is because CTR. If you have a low CTR, then it could be one of these three things. Either the topic of your video is not peaking, it's not making your audience want to watch it, maybe the thumbnail, or maybe the title. So you want to make sure that these three things are all aligned and that they are the best that you could possibly think of, so that people can actually click on your video. Then your AVD. The higher it is, the better. But if you have a low AVD, then your content might not be engaging to your audience. So you have to see where the drop off is. Maybe it was high at first. If you look at the graph, it'll show that it's high at first and then there's a drop. Determine where that drop is. Rewatch that part a couple times and try to figure out what is it that made people drop off. Was I taking too long to explain something? Did I say something that could be triggering to people? Was there an edit there that just didn't make sense? So that's where you reviewing your analytics is going to come into play, because then you'll know for next time not to add that into your video. So maybe you added a graphic in there that caused a lot of drop-offs, you won't add that anymore. Maybe your topic was good, but your thumbnail and your title was bad. Or maybe your thumbnail was good, but your topic was bad or it didn't match. So those are important things to keep in mind. And it's also really important to take notes on what you are observing in your content. So if you notice that there's drop off, you want to take a note of that and why that is, or, you just want to take notes of everything. That is your content strategy for the year 2025. Basically, it's a quarterly strategy. So you're going to take 3 months at a time, create content for all 3 months, and then you're going to do a refresh and repeat the process. So you only have to do this basically 4 times a year. And what's great about that is you have so much time back to yourself. You only have to film, edit, do all of this content creation 4 times a year, unless you want to do things on the fly or spontaneously. But that's going to be your content strategy. If you found this video helpful, do me a huge solid and like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And there is a video that YouTube recommends for you that I feel like you may find extremely helpful. So definitely recommend to check out that video by clicking on it on the screen, and I will see you there. Bye.